All right, we are factoring and multiplying and dividing rational expressions. You can read the vocabulary here. Look at all this, but then when it says AC times divided by BC, the C's cancel and you get A over B. You have to factor out like terms. If you had A squared divided by B squared, here 1B will cancel with 1B here, like terms you get A squared over B. Factoring out like terms, but you have to factor. So if we look at this example, you were going to factor the numerator. When we factor x squared plus 7x plus 10, you're going to get x plus 5 times x plus 2. When you factor the denominator, hopefully you remember the difference in the squares, x minus 2, x plus 2. Now, these are exactly alike. Therefore, they cancel out. And you're left with x plus 5 over x minus 2. Because they are separated with plus and minus signs, you cannot divide out the x's. You can only reduce / simplify if terms are being multiplied. That's the only time you can do it. Here, let's read. The rule for multiplying rational expressions is the same rule for multiplying numerical. Multiply tops times tops, bottoms times bottoms. You're multiplying them. So, we look right here where you have A times C, that's AC over BD. Simplify if possible. So let's simplify first. We're always going to go to the hierarchy. We're going to simplify the first one, then we'll simplify the second one in red. All right, the first one, we are going to take out a 2x, getting x plus 2. In the denominator, it's going to be x and x. Factors of 12, 6 and 2. You need a negative middle term, so there are your signs, x plus 2x minus 6. We're multiplying that. Here you're going to factor the numerator. It's going to give you x and x. Factors of 18 that give us 9 are 6 and 3. They both need to be negative. So you get a positive 18 when you multiply, but a negative 9 when you add. So it'll be 2x. Now, in highlighted color, the 2x, because it's on the top, cancels with the 2x on the bottom. You can cancel vertically or horizontally. Vertically or diagonally. That's how you can cancel. Vertically or diagonally. Never horizontally. Never, never. So let's see if there's anything else the same. I believe we have an x minus 6 can cancel with an x minus 6. And we also are going to have an x plus 2 canceling with an x plus 2. So if all these things cancel, literally they just go away. All you're left with for your answer in this happy little box is an x minus 3. That's the answer to the whole problem. And again, you can cancel vertically like this. You can cancel diagonally, but you can never cancel side to side. All right, let's simplify these. Here's the first one. You'd factor x and x. Factors of 15 are 5 and 3. You need a negative middle term. Here you get x and x. Factors of 3 are 3 and 1. Everything's positive. So the only thing that cancels is going to be x plus 3 with x plus 3. Those cancel and go away. You're left with x minus 5 over x plus 1. Nothing cancels when you have an addition or subtraction sign. If they do, we will go over it more later. Here you have to factor by pieces. So the top first numerator, first fraction numerator, you're going to take out a 6x, you're going to get x plus 3. First fraction denominator, x and x. Factors of 6 are 2 and 3. We need a positive middle term and a negative 6. So you need a plus 3 and a minus 2. Factoring second fraction numerator, you're going to get x and x. You're going to get a 2 and a 1. You want a negative middle term, but a negative 2. So you get x plus 1, x minus 2. Here, second fraction denominator, you're going to get x and x. You're going to get an 8 and a 7. I lie, an 8 and a 1. Let me fix that. Doing some stuff in my head. 8 and a 1. And then the 1 is going to be positive, so you have a negative 7 as a middle term. We start reducing numerator to denominator. X plus 3 in the numerator, x plus 3 in the denominator. Then we factor the x plus 1 in the numerator, x plus 1 in the denominator. Then we simplify the x plus minus 2 in the numerator, x minus 2 in the denominator, leaving you with 6x. Sorry, I get my pen back. 6x over x minus 8. Again, because this 8 is being subtracted, it cannot reduce. This is your answer. Most simplified form. Going on to multiplying. Now, all you have to do to make this a fraction, all you have to do is put it over 1. And you simplify. X plus minus 4, sorry. Here, this is the sum of cubes. And you have to remember how to factor it. It's x plus 1 times x squared. And here you multiply these together. This will be minus x plus 1. Just how it is. Look it up. I promise. This does not factor, but look what it matches. Square minus x plus 1. Put that over 1 if you need to. Look what it matches. If you see right here that this and this match, one's in the numerator, one's in the denominator, they completely reduce and cancel them out. And your answer will be x minus 4. And this 1 times the x plus 1 is still just the x plus 1. But you have to remember how to factor the sum and differences of cubes. It's not going away. All right, now we have to learn to divide them. Same thing, we're going to factor and everything, but you have to divide before you start, which means we're going to use the phrase keep, switch, flip. Keep, switch, flip. It means we keep the first one the same, a over b over b. We change this to a multiplication sign, and we flip to d over c. So you'll get AD over BC. Keep, switch, flip. Let's do it down here. We're going to say 3 over x plus 7. Switch the sign to multiplication and flip this. So x squared plus 6x minus 7 is in the numerator. 8x squared minus 8x is in the denominator. Now we do exactly what we did last time. Well, fortunately, this 3 and this x plus 7 do not need to be simplified. Here in the numerator, we'll have x and x, a 7 and a 1. 7 needs to be positive, 1 needs to be negative. And here we're just going to factor out an 8x to get x minus 1. We ask ourselves, what reduces? Well, x plus 7 reduces with x plus 7. X minus 1 reduces with x minus 1. Leaving us with the answer of 3 over 8x. That's what it leaves us with. Let's try a couple more. The page will turn. We'll try a couple more. All right. This is a multiplying one. Pretty easy. Make sure that's over 1. This is cubes again. Remember, you need to learn how to do cubes. So it's negative 2x squared. This is going to be x minus 3 times x squared plus 3x plus 9. Over here, just multiply x squared plus 3x plus 9. It's over 1. Numerators times numerators, denominators times denominators. Look how these cancel out. There's nothing else that reduces. So you're going to get a negative 2x squared. And remember, 1 times x minus 3 is just x minus 3. This is your answer. All right, we got a dividing one. We have to keep switch flip. So we're going to say x minus 5 over 9x squared minus 18x times. So keep the first one, switch the sign, and flip. 2x squared minus 5x plus 2 all over 2x squared minus 11x plus 5. Now we're going to factor. So take your time and factor. X, first fraction, numerator, nothing factors. First fraction, denominator, you can take it a 9x, leaving you with x minus 2. Put your multiplication sign. Second fraction, numerator, it's going to be 2x and x. I'm going to put my 2 here. I'm going to put a 1 here, and everything needs to be negative because this is going to give you a negative 4 and a negative 1 will give you negative 5, and negative 1 times negative 2 gives you a positive 2. All right, second fraction denominator, we're going to get 2x and x. I need to multiply the 5 times the 2, and then put my 1 here. Everything needs to be negative because this will be negative 10, and negative 1 give me my negative 11. Oh, I lost my x there. Now you need to cancel, if possible. And let's see what we're canceling. X minus 2 is x minus 2. 2x minus 1 with a 2x minus 1. Oh, look, we have another canceler. We have an x minus 5 with an x minus 5. Now, everything canceled on the numerator, but the answer has to have a space holder, so we put a 1 over a 9x. All right, those are our notes for the day. The sub will have the homework. Good luck. This will be on YouTube also if you need it.